So we are continuing with the where clause in the select statement. So let's again start with our EMP table. Select star from EMP semicolon. Enter. Okay, this will show you all the columns, all the records as you know it. Okay, there are 40 records all total. Now today we are interested in a column, a special column, that is commission column. Here as you can see, here in this column there are some blanks, not exactly blanks, we call it as nothing, or nothing in Oracle we call it as null. Okay, so we are going to list those employees in the EMP table who are not receiving commission. Not receiving commission means whose value in the commission is null or nothing. Okay, so list for null. Listing for null, how to do that? Says rest of EMP where commission is equal to null, semicolon. When you are trying to compare, okay, when you are using equal to, greater than with null values, if you are trying to find out null values by comparison operators, it will not work. Okay, see, it will show you nothing. Okay, but we know that there are some records in the EMP table which has null values. Okay, now why it is not showing? Because any comparison done with null will generate null. Any arithmetic operation if you do with null values will generate null. It is just like anything multiplied by 0 will generate 0. Okay, it is something like that. So when you are comparing, when you are comparing or when you are doing arithmetic operations, be careful. Okay, for this purpose Oracle has given a new keyword for you so that you can search for null values. Okay, and let's see that. So here MC commission is the word, keyword is is commission is null. Instead of saying equal to, you have to say is null and semicolon. Now this time it is showing you all the employees who are working in the EMP table who are not receiving the commission. Now what is the opposite of this? This means the opposite of this particular condition is those persons who are not null, right? Not null means those are getting the commission. Okay, those who are getting the commission. For that purpose we can negate this particular condition. Negate the condition, I'll put the entire thing, okay, entire thing in a bracket, okay, and say not. Not means not of whatever the condition given in the bracket. So what is in the bracket? Commission is equal to null. So it will show you this one, right? But when you say not, that means it's negating the opposite of this particular condition. Here is commission is null. Okay, so not means commission is not null. Let's see. So it's showing you the 4 records where it indicates that the commission is not null. Here some values there. Okay, even 0 is a value for the commission. Okay, and he is receiving the commission here. Okay, the employee Turner is getting 0, but actually he is receiving the commission, but the commission is 0 right now. Okay, whereas here it is not receiving any commission at all, so that is null or nothing. Now I can also see that all the commissions, okay, most of the persons are in department 30. In department 30 are all the employees who are receiving commission, but there will be some person, okay, who is not receiving commission in department 30. How to find out that? Let's see. So who is the person, or who is the employee who is getting no commission in department 30? There are 2 conditions. One, not receiving the commission. Number 2, from department 30. He should be from department 30. If it is available, list it out. Okay, so how, where, I'll say where commission is, now we know that how to use null, right? So we have to use null is, right? Then is null, commission is null. This is one condition. I put it in the bracket so that it becomes easy when you're using conditions. Okay, and the second condition is and. I'm saying the word and, see this? Okay, the and means I'm joining another condition. So what is our next condition? Next condition is that, okay, DEPTNO, DEPTNO is should be equivalent to 30. Now it's better to put in brackets so that better, I'll tell you, but it's not necessary, okay, if you know the conditions properly. So there are two conditions here. The first condition, the commission should be null and from department 30. Okay, so press enter. So there are two persons, okay, who is not getting the commission in department 30. Okay, let's take one more example. Suppose we say, who is the boss of this company? Who is the boss of the company? For that means who has no manager at all. According to the condition, it should match is that is the person or the employee who is not having any manager. Okay, not having any manager is the boss of the company. For example, in our EMP table, okay, I'll show you the EMP table once again. EMP table, okay. So all these persons, I can see their managers are there. Some manager number is there. But there is one person here, right, who's having no manager, so he must be the boss. So person who is no manager in it, he is the big boss of the company. Now how to list him? We know that there is a blank here. Blank means null, so MGR is null. Let's see that. So we are going to list the big boss of the company. So we say select star from EMP where MGR, okay, MGR is null, NULL, okay, semicolon, enter. So this was showing you king is the president of this company, that is the big boss of the company, because his manager column is value. There is no managers for the king. Okay, now who are the employees working under him? So the opposite of this condition, the opposite of this condition. So how to see the opposite of the condition? Opposite means how to negate. Okay, negate this condition, we'll put not. Okay, not is a word that negates, or keyword that negates the condition. That means not equivalent to null. Okay, I press enter. So this will show me all the employees who has some managers. Okay, so these are the employees who has some managers. Okay, or in other words, I can say these are the person or employees who are working under the big boss. Directly or indirectly, they are working under the big boss. Okay, now same thing I can write this way also, if you don't confuse. Okay, instead of saying not the entire thing in the bracket, I can say where MGR is not null. Same thing. Okay, I'll show you once again. My screen has scroll up. Okay, now here start from EMP where MGR is not null. Instead of putting the bracket and enter the entire thing, I just said not null here itself. Okay, same thing, but it becomes sometimes difficult to understand where to put not null and where to put not, where to use the not in different conditions. So the better idea is that you put as is null, it should be remembered, and you put negate the condition by using not, by putting the entire condition in a bracket. Okay, now let's go for the next example. Now our next example says that department number, where I want to list out the persons in department 10, 20 and 30. So how to do? Say start from EMP, where DEPT number, department number, is equal to 10, and I want it the persons working in department number 20 equal to 20. Okay, so this condition is actually wrong, because I'm searching a person who is working in department 10 and department 20. There will be no person, right? How there can be a person who works in two departments? First of all, he might be a fake person, right? So this condition itself is wrong, because there is no person working in department 10 and the same person is working in department 20. So let's see what's output. Say no records. But actually I need that I want to list out those person who is working in department 10 or see the word or. Okay, so or means either it's he is working in department 10 or he is working in 20. Any condition matches, list it out. Whether is your list, whether this condition is true, list it out. If this condition is true, list it out. But here this indicates, when you say and, it means that both the conditions should be true. That means that person is working in department 10 as well as working in department 20. Both the condition is true, then only it will show the record. But it's no such records are there, because this and means both the conditions should be true. This is our first condition and this is our second condition, whereas this is the first condition in OR and this is the second condition, but in between we are using the OR operator, which is a logical operator, and OR are the logical operators. Okay, now these operators, in OR operator, any one condition is true, it will list it out, it will show you the records. Okay, so I'm going to press enter, so it's showing you the records that matches the condition. Here it says all 10, then 20s, then 10, right? Let's order it so that it looks nice. So order by DEPT number and semicolon. So now it's showing you all the records in the EMP table and DEP table ordered by department number. But the same thing I can put it in different way. I'll show you. Instead of saying department angle equal to 20 or 30, okay, I'll suppose I want to join one again with something. I say or, again I say or, DEPT, PT number is equal to 30. So in that case what will happen? It will show you all the records in department 10, 20 and persons in department 30. So all these persons, so matching the condition will be shown. So it will show you 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so you can write or and not n number of times in the condition. Okay, you can join the condition with and or. You can negate the condition by not. Okay, now I'm going to show you some another way how to say the same thing in different way. Say department in, department number in, and give the list in the bracket. Okay, give the list in the bracket. Now how to give the list in the bracket? You say I want 10, I want 20, I want 30. This is the list. So those department that matches 10, 20 and 30, you list it out. If you get any of the 10, any of the 20 or any of the 30, okay, department numbers, show it. Even if I say 40 also, show it. If you get any records from 40 department number which is having department number 40, you list it out that also. But actually you know there are no persons working in department 40. But we can put a condition that show this list. I'm giving you the list. From this list, anybody who is having, okay, any employee is having a department number 10, 20 or 30 or 40, list them. Okay, I'll say press enter. So it's saying 10, 20, 30. But since there is no employees working in department 40, it is not shown. As you know, all the 14 records have been recorded here or shown here. So you understood what is in, correct? So we can give list instead of saying or. By joining with or condition is better to use in. But now if I say I don't want to list 20, okay, I want only 10, 30 and 40. I don't want 20. So if I press enter, it will show you 10 and 30, but there is no person working 40, so 40 is not shown. But 20 is there, some persons are working, but are not given in the list, so it is not showing you. But now, what is the opposite of this particular condition? What is the opposite of this condition? So actually the condition starts from here, right? This is from the condition from here and till here. Okay, this is one condition. If you press enter, you can see it. Okay, but what I want is that I want the opposite of this. Opposite of this means not in the list. So department in list 10, 30 and 40, but now I say not in the list, so it will show you what? So not in the list means it will show you 20, because opposite of this condition, right? Not. So this is the number which is missing in this particular listing. I press enter and it is showing all records of department number 20. So I hope you understood not. You also understood in. Okay, instead of this thing I can also say not, instead of saying not outside. Okay, I can remove this. Okay, I can remove these brackets and I say not in. Department not in means in and not in. Okay, in and this is not in, the same thing. But in this case you should remember where to put the not. But better idea is that you put it the entire condition in a bracket and then you say not, so you will not confuse where to put not, okay, and where not. Okay, so I hope you understood this. Let's go for the next. Now if I say where salary greater than equal to 1000 and I say salary must be less than equal to say 2000. Okay, if you get any person, okay, with this particular condition, list it out, show the list. Okay, star means all the columns with all the records, and the record should match this condition. The first one condition is here, before and there is a condition, and this condition is salary should be greater than equal to, that means 1000 is inclusive, so salary should be greater than equal to 1000 and the salary should be less than equal to 2000. So this is the second condition, less than 2000 and should be greater than 1000. So let's say who are that? So these are the persons whose salary is greater than 1000 and less than 2000. Okay, now instead of saying this, okay, there is again a shortcut. Instead of saying two conditions, salary greater than and salary is less than 2000, you're joining two conditions with and here. Okay, but there is another better way to present it. Okay, the condition is salary between, actually you're finding a range operation here. Okay, so between means between 1000 and 2000. See here, salary between 1000 and 2000, that means salary between A to Z, yeah, A to B. Okay, so A should be your first that means value, and second should be the second value, and there should be and in between, and is the combination with between. So between word, or say between keyword, should have a and. Okay, so entire thing, this is fully one condition from here to here, which says you the salary must be salary between 1000 and 2000. Here 1000 and 2000 is inclusive. Okay, inclusive means they both the condition, both the values will be included while searching for the records. An order by department number, you know it, to arrange it in ascending order. Okay, so let's go ahead and check it. Same thing. Okay, so what I was showing you is salary this is the column name, between range value from here to here, from here to here, must be maintained by AND command. Okay, so between and this should be there. Okay, between this to this and this. Okay, so you understood how to use the between. But what if I say not between? So how to say not between? I'll say here salary, the whole condition from this bracket to this bracket, from here this bracket and this bracket, and negate everything. Not. So what will happen? It will show you all the salaries other than 1000 to 2000, the range, whatever range you given, the opposite of that. Okay, means outside of 1000 and 2000 till 2000. That means it should be something different. Let's see. These are 5000, 2000, right? 800. So they are outside this condition. 1000 and 2000, and not means negative, opposite of this particular condition. So you know here not. Okay, not, and you also understood what is between. Now if I say in the employee table, say once again I'll show you the employee table, EMP table. Okay, semicolon. From EMP table I can see is there are many persons have been joined on a particular date. Here is all in the 19s. Okay, 19s, so you can say 80s, I think all every persons are joined in the 80s. But I want to list out those person who has been joined in the year 1981. All the persons in 1981, whether it's February or November, okay, April or anybody, but it should be 81, in the year 81. So what to do, how to do? So I'll say, so let's start from EMP. The condition is where where higher date. Okay, the condition is applicable on higher date. Higher date, spelling higher date, is between I'm giving the range. Okay, so between WEEN, between, okay, between A and B, right? So in that case A will be your value, the minimum value will be say first in quotes. Okay, date field should be in quotes, character quotes, so character information should be in, when you're comparing character information, that should be in quotes. Even in dates you should be in quotes, but you can write in capital letter or small letter, doesn't make any difference in date. Okay, so I'll say 01 dash January, okay, dash 81, let's say 81, from this date, and between another date is what, single quotes first of all, right? I'll say 31st December 81. So this is 1 year, right? So whoever joined within this range, inclusive of both the dates, right? Show me the list. So I'll say semicolon. Okay, before saying semicolon, let's order it. Okay, order by higher date, HRE. So dates can be arranged in date wise. Okay, so if you want anything in date wise, you can use order by date, semicolon, enter. So these are the employees who has joined on 81. You all are 81, right? Now here first person who has joined is on 20th February, then 22 February, then we have April, then May, June, okay, July nobody is there, okay, August is nobody is there, then September, then we have October, no person is working in October, right? Then November, no persons are joined in October, then November, then December, 2 persons are joined. Okay, so this way even the date has been sorted in date wise. Okay, second thing, it is according to the condition that all the employees who has joined on a particular range of date, that is from the 1st Jan 1981 to the 31st December 1981. Okay, so you know how to use the between operator. Okay, now let's go for the next. Suppose I'm finding names. I'm finding e-names and I know the names properly, so I'll write what equal to, if I want to compare only one person I can do that also, but I want to many persons I want to compare it, so I'll say in and I'll give the list in the bracket. As you know it, in should be followed with a list. Now this is character information, then in that case the data should be in single quotes. The first name I'm going to searching for Smith. Okay, that should be in capital letter. Anything in the quotes, okay, character information should be compared and should be as it is in capital letter, small letter should be given properly. So I'll say Smith in capital letter, SMITH, Smith, and comma I'll get second person I'm searching for, say, King. Okay, then I'll search for some other person, say Ford, FORD. Okay, single quotes. So I'm searching for three persons. These three persons I'm searching whether they exist in the EMP table or not, and I'll put a semicolon, enter. Okay, they exist in different departments, right? President is here, okay, the King is in 10, whereas Ford and Smith is in department 20. They are getting this salary, no commissions, right? And they are joined on this particular date, and Ford and Smith is having some particular managers, okay, whereas King is not having the manager, he's the boss. Okay, now if you want to opposite of this particular condition, then you have to say not. When you say not, not, okay, not, and the whole condition should be put in the bracket. Here close the bracket. Okay, so sorry, it has scrolled up. Okay, so from here to here is one condition. Okay, I put it in the bracket and I'll say no, negating the particular condition. So it means other than Smith, King and Ford, it will be listed. Okay, the opposite of this condition. I press enter. You can see all the employees have been listed, okay, except these three. There will be no King here, there will be no Ford, and there will be no Smith, because they have been, I said that no, list out those persons not in the list. Okay, correct. So here you understood the in, how to use in with character information. Here Smith, King and Ford is character information, and I'm playing with that. And when I say not of this, means not in this list, means these are the persons which are not in the list. So these are 11 records. Okay. Okay, now let's say that a list of those persons from department 20. Then I can add one more condition here. Okay, now that will confuse you right now. Okay, let's do it another way. Okay, I'll show you something else. Okay, now suppose I want to find a person whose name starts with S. Whose name starts with S. So I'll say that e-name like. We don't know the full name, so if you know the full name you can say equal to, but since I don't know the full name properly, I don't know spelling and everything, I just know that it starts with S. Okay, so then I can say like. Okay, like is something similar word type, right? So you can write capital letter, small letter, but however I pressed on the caps lock is on here. Okay, I'll off it. Okay, like e-name, sorry, e-name is already given, e-name like. Okay, see the word is already given, e-name like, and what you're going to search for should be in single quotes. I'm searching for any person starting with S, and thereafter it may contain some word, some character or not. Okay, so any characters after that means we say percentage. Okay, this percentage indicates S followed with any number of characters or no characters at all. Okay, I'll say semicolon and enter. So there are two persons starting with the name S. Okay, now if I say starting with M, I'll say M. So M, there's two persons, right, starting with M. So you understood that percentage is a wildcard character which indicates that anything, any number of sequence of characters, okay, or zero number of characters followed by a particular word, so particular character. I can also see starting with M-I-L-L. His name contains I-L-L. His name contains Mill, and I don't know what is that. It may be Milan or maybe Miller. Okay, whatever it is, we don't know. But I know, consider, we know only that his name starts with Mill, and other than that, it can be any character, any number of characters after that. So I'll put percentage. So percentage has a meaning indicating that any number of characters after any number of any sequence of characters after that particular information you're searching for. Press enter. So here it is showing you there is only one person whose name starts with Mill, and then is followed by any number of characters. It is starting you ER. Okay, now if I see, show me that is there any other persons whose name ends with N. Means starting we don't know, so I put percentage. Ending, okay, ending I know that its name ends with N, but starting I don't know it. Okay, consider. So starting may be any number of characters or no numbers. Okay, that means no value, no characters at all. It can be only single letter N. So I'll press enter. So it is showing Ellen and Martin are those persons. These are the persons who's having the name ending with N. Now what to do next? Next I say I'll start any person whose name starts with A, okay, in between any number of characters and ends with N. Starts with A, ends with N, but in between there can be any number of characters or may not be. Okay, so I'll put percentage. Percentage means any number of characters or none. So here, so there's only one person whose name starts with A and ends with N. Okay, now suppose if I say from the table I want to list a four-lettered name, exactly four-lettered name. So what to do? So I'll say underscore 1, 2, 3 and 4 and single quotes closed. This indicates that any person, list out those persons whose name has 4 letters, exactly 4 letters, nor less nor more. Okay, so exactly 4 letters. So maybe there's some person, let's see. Yeah, so there are 3 persons. One is King, Ford, and because you can see that there are 4 letters, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So there are 3 persons. Let's see, there is any person who's having one more underscore. I'll put it, say 5 lettered. So if I say 5 lettered, there are 8 records or 8 employees whose name is 5 letters long. Okay, now let's see, is there any person with 6 letters? 6 letters. Okay, so 6 letter is 3 persons. Okay, now let's say 7 letters. Is there any person with 7 letters? Okay, there is no letters. Okay, so that means we have persons up to 6 letters. There is no persons or no employees with 7 letters, 7-lettered name. Okay, now suppose if I say I don't know, I know A, okay, the first letter is A, but I don't know the rest. Second letter we don't know, third letter we don't know, fourth letter we don't know, and say one more, fifth letter we don't know. So is there any person with 5 letters totally, but starting with A, 5 letters totally? Okay, nor less nor more. Okay, exactly, but it should start with A. Okay, so there are 2 persons, one is Alan and then second one is Adam, but they are all having 5 letters, correct? Exactly 5 letters, but starting with A, correct? So now if I say we don't know the first letter, so I'll say underscore. Then I'll say the second letter I don't know, second letter I put it as L. Is there any person whose second letter is L? First letter don't know, but I know that his second letter is L. Okay, thereafter I don't know any number of letters, but it's a 5-lettered word, or sorry, 5-letter word or 5-letter name in this case. Okay, in our example, 5-letter name. So let's see it. Yeah. So there are three persons whose second letter is L. That is B Blake, then is Clark, then is Allen. All having the second letter as L. You can see here. Okay. And thereafter it takes total how many characters? 5 characters. Okay. 5 letters. And out of that, second letter should be L. So this condition, these are the record that matches this particular condition. Okay, so this is another kind of wildcard character. There are two wildcard characters, that is underscore, and the first one is percentage. The percentage and the percentage character, and we have the underscore. These are the two wildcard characters when we are used to search unknown words or characters, okay, or placeholders. Okay, but now what if a person is already having a underscore in it? Imagine some person or person, a employee, or say some condition, as consider a column is that name status. Now here we in EMP table there is nothing, we don't have such information, okay, such number, such type of word or sentences or say contents. Now, consider that if in our e-name a person is that in his name itself there is a percentage sign, or say in the name itself we have underscore in it, then how will find it? Because underscore has a special meaning here, because underscore stands for number of characters and percentage indicates the many number of characters or no characters at all. So we have to negate this condition that that person's name is actually having an underscore. For example, if there is a column called status, okay, and the status has a word called not underscore paid. Now this is the word which has been stored in a particular row or column, and the column name is status. Consider, okay, understand it. But if we don't have any EMP table, I'm just giving an example that if the name has this type of information but underscore is already present in the name itself, or say the status itself, and you are searching, suppose you are searching for, say in the where clause, so you are saying where, I'm showing you the half part, okay, that this value doesn't have, we don't have this value, okay, so I'm showing you. So we have to say where, and say the column name is what? Status, STATUS, status is the column name, and we say like, okay, and we put it everything in single quotes. I'm searching for what? I'm searching for not underscore paid. But when you say not underscore paid, when you're searching for it, it will not give you, it will give you error. Why? Because underscore is a reserved word. It won't give error, but it will not have, it won't result in it. The result will be wrong, because there is no person or say no status word which contains underscore in it. So we have to say that this particular word has a underscore in it, so don't just ignore it, this particular underscore. This is not our underscore, this is a normal underscore. Okay, so for that purpose you have to say the computer when you're searching here, okay, actually in this case if you don't give anything, it will be searching for not underscore, where underscore means if any character should be present here, okay, any character should be present here, but that is searching for any character here, correct? So to negate that, this is not, you need not search here, okay, this underscore, don't put the special meaning, or this is not a wildcard character. For that purpose I'll say here, I'll put any particular signature or say word indicating that the letter after this slash. Consider now, for example, this is slash, okay, after the word slash, after the character slash, whatever character is there, take it as a normal character. Don't think that it is a wildcard character. But still here when you say like and slash as the computer will try to find out or search for slash and dash also. Okay, slash, it will search for not nots and slash, and then it will also search for the wildcard character underscore. It will take it as underscore only. But if you want to say that is a normal character, so what I have to do is that I have to say escape escape, okay, escape, and you say the character which is preceding that character you want to make it as normal. So I'll say uh, slash escape slash means in the list here, in the like search condition, okay, from here to here, if you find any slash, immediately any character following that slash should be treated as a normal character. It is not a wild card character. It is not a wild card character. So here I am mentioning it with a slash. So anything following that slash, please consider that character as a normal character. Don't think or say don't take as a wildcard character. Now suppose if I say, I can say anything here. I can say is a, for example, I can say equal to, or say, no, I'll say put pipe. Okay, pipe is how to put pipe. Okay, I can use this, and when you say pipe has a escape character, then you put here escape as pipe. Okay, so this is an indication that anything following this character, so you have to say that what character you have to follow. So this is I use pipe, so anything after the pipe, okay, any character after the pipe, the first character after the pipe should be treated as a normal character, should not be treated as a wild character. Okay, so now I hope you understood, but this condition is not available in our EMP table, so I cannot show you the output here. Okay, I'll put it in some other sessions to explain these escape characters. Hope you understood it. So we have learned the SQL logical operators, that is not, and, or, is, in, like, with option, and between. This is the end of the session. Thank you for watching.